Shalom, this is Shah by Asherallah Al Kemp. First and foremost, I'd like to praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper true return. Call Lam La, Yahweh by Shema Shai, by Hashem, Harabakak, Kodash Ma'amath. Also, do my honors to the elders apostle GMS, and the might as well, Aharon by Sharala. Peace and blessing one third, and salutation for elect. It's going to be a quick little, just going into the craziness. Even though it's not crazy, it's just real. You know, this world is coming to an end. You know, our people are coming into, waking up. You know, and coming into remembrance of who they really are, being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds, which is the other nations that are people that look like the other nations. All right, they come to remembrance that they are children of the true children of Israel, according to the scriptures. That they are God's chosen children, you know, and the Father name being Yahweh, and the Son name being Yahweh Shai. So they're coming to remembrance of that, you know. But it's so strange because that comes with of course a little bit more responsibility, especially if you're a man, you know, going the highways and byways, you know, be one of the hopeful elect, the hopeful 104,000 men out of the nation of Israel that will lead New Yasharala, and be the government ultimately. But having that spirit of discernment, having the spirit of truth on you, and having the correct fruits as well. You know, be able to understand the scriptures for what it actually is. Bible, a basic instruction before leaving Earth. You got to understand the milk, and then of course you'll get to the meat and understand what's really going on this earth. You know, I know some cats in these other uh, I'm a entry level Israelite camps, you know. And these other cats, you know, they know the word gonna be destroyed. They know about this and that, but they shave a few corners. They don't always call on the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai. They, you know, they be having like dreadlocks and stuff. It's not according to the scriptures. The plaits is hand over hand, or I think they tape bus or whatever. You know, they may like look austere. They may look good, but you know, even that's not true. But the ones that have the correct fruits and the good fruits that believe that the scriptures, you know, for it really is going into prophecy, you know, strong meat, you know, going into Jacob's trouble. I don't even think they believe in Jacob's trouble. I believe Jacob's trouble, the MOTB being pushed, thermonuclear destruction, 200 million ICBMs. You know, there's stuff that they skip over. And of course, the Christian church don't know anything about that. You know, they might know, but they won't teach it. And of course, you know, the average Joe, they're gonna know about it and think it's crazy. You know, so this is Romans 13:11. It says, and that knowing that that time that it is now high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. So come, man. It is our time to wake out of sleep. They're coming into remembrance that they are the true children of Israel, and that this place is not really what it is. And it's being revealed that this place is going to be destroyed, and being revealed who the devil is and who is the angel. You know, who are the messengers, who are the children of light, and the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. Even though it's you know, a whole bunch of our people subjugated themselves into like African, like Dr. Umar, thinking it's still Islamic, thinking they quote unquote spiritual. You're talking about the third eye, the mother God, the queen of heaven, all that stuff. Or they be going, you know, just, you know, more and more stuff that does go on. But of course, what matters is the truth ultimately. You know, like it says, for now is our salvation nearer than we ever believed. That's our salvation is the time to be saved. This is a grace period, and the Lord is waking His children, which is the 1/3 of Israel, and hopeful elect 144,000 men. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5:2. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Look, I might just start at 1. Yeah. chapter chapter 5, verse 1, it says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors." All right. It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, shall be amazed at the strangers of his salvation. So far behind, for I'm gonna start with one again. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him." So rich or poor, praise you the Lord. Ultimately, you got your ultimately your average Joes are serving the Lord. You know, and everyone that is against the Lord is gonna be against you because you are with the Lord. They're gonna talk down your family, friends, maybe your woman, your children. Who knows, man? And this world is not designed for us to be here forever. So that's honestly, that's a good thing that too happened. These curses, that's gonna put you in the mindset that this place is not our rest. Some dudes make it work. Of course, females didn't make it work, and that's how it is. This is America. It's Babylon, the land of confusion. But then at that point, when the Lord crack on the sky, you shoot Jacob's trouble. We're gonna be the same. We're gonna have the same anxiousness. But the thing is it's now it's being totally revealed that the Lord is true. The Lord is revealing Himself. You know, that'll be because that comes in with the collapse of the dollar, something that's been said that happened. But most people that study economics or whatever, they don't believe that's gonna happen. But it happened before. Why you don't think it's happened again? And it will happen again. Um, so yeah, the average Joe gonna be bold, bold as a lion, man. And Esau and 2/3 of the people, all they mud faces or who didn't care or whatever, they gonna look at that and like, oh shoot. So look, verse 2 says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and they shall be amazed at the strangers of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for." So of course, our people, 2/3 of our people, they look for I think they either say they save, yes, with his past tense, so they think everything has already happened, they saved, they good, and they just look for to go to heaven. Um, that's not how it's working. It's still a whole war. It's a whole war. We're in the midst of World War III. You think you saved because you got baptized? You saved because you prayed or something like that? That's not the case. Um, Same with like 2/3 Israelite camps, man. Either they believe they're saved or they believe they're going to get saved if they just follow the laws. But if you do to take account of that, they're not following. They don't. You can't follow the law, statutes, and amendments to the best of your ability. You can't follow the law, statutes, and amendments completely. You can follow to the best of your ability. That's where faith come in, and that's where the works come in. That's where yeah, faith and works. That's where it come in, man. That love, which is an action word. You have to do something for that. You got to work for that. So, and of course, these pastors looking for whatever they're looking for. I don't even think they believe all that, but if they do, they're gonna be looking for heaven. They're gonna look for a quote unquote rapture. So nonetheless, it's gonna be far beyond what they look for. It's gonna be Yahweh Shai come out the skies. Some of them IUIC, they know that's gonna happen, but if you know that's gonna happen, how you still following false doctrine? You got tape ups, you going off on the doctrine, all that stuff. So, hey man, that's them. Some of them might just even depart from that wickedness. Maybe one or two. One of a household, two of a city. This is Hebrews chapter 5 and 14. It says, "But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, being the doctrine and the parables." So these scriptures and the salvation is so strange to people. You describe you tell our people that this place is gonna be destroyed, how it's gonna be destroyed. And mostly with this camp here in Jacksonville, Florida, the Lions Den camp of Yasharala, it basically people, edification, breaking down time periods, and how it's gonna happen. It's a like a 90-year-old story, 80-year-old story going in with Oppenheimer, and the Germans, around the 1940s, allowing the Lord allowing these Germans to split the atom. That was when Esau really created his own destruction, because that's how it's gonna be destroyed, through thermonuclear destruction. Um, So explaining this, how explaining the Bible how it's supposed to be read, it's gonna be crazy anyway, you know. Most likely it's either gonna well, it's either gonna make sense to somebody. So it's small, certain, well, it's gonna make sense to the 1/3, make sense to the elect, hopeful elect. It's not gonna make sense to all of our people, and even if it does, they don't want to be a part of it because they don't really fear or believe in it, you know. So it says, but strong meat belongs to them that are of full age, even those who, by reason of use, have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So, man, 2/3 Israelite camps. These fake churches, fake pastors, these quote unquote spiritual beings, polite. What's his name? The Egyptology Jew. I forget his name, man. But you know, all the people that say that they're spiritual, they know about some facts that are true. You know, some facts that are not. Dr. Umar, say they are spiritual, but you know, really just have more just worldly physical knowledge that is foolish to the Most High. Most of it is, you know, wrong, and they don't have the spirit of truth. So it's like that. That's first and foremost. They don't believe in the spirit of truth. They just believe they are here. You know, if they do believe in a God, it's like so diluted. You know, they don't make no account of his power. You know, and if they do, it don't even sound good. They be messing everything up. So the scriptures have parables and strong meat that it has to be deciphered. It's not if it's not deciphered, no one gonna know. And you don't know how you're gonna be saved. You know. So this is the paradox that 2/3 Israelite camps have, but they're not breaking down stuff right. Or these, especially the churches, you can give the most. You can give a really parabolic. Cause they already believe Revelation already happened. So and any other like scriptures, they can't really break them down. You know, they just read like a book. They don't read it as for what it really is. It's truth and wisdom. This is John chapter 16:13. It says, "Howbeit, when he the Spirit of truth is come, he will guide you in all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he speak, but whatsoever he shall hear, that he shall speak, and he will show you things to come." So we ultimately follow Yahweh by Shema Shai, and we follow the Spirit of truth. This is what we ultimately look for and strive for. The scriptures is what's doing is what we use. It's our servant. It's Sophia wisdom. It's what we use, and it's how we discern the times. The time that we're in. We're in the beginning of Jacob trouble, the beginning of World War III. We're supposed to use this properly through the spirit of truth to break down stuff correctly for our people to understand for 1/3 and hopeful elect. So they can wake up, so we can get everyone sealed, so we can get out of this place, so we can get what the Lord promised us 2,000 years ago. So we believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai and believe in the spirit of truth. They don't believe in that, so it's strange to them. It's crazy to them. They don't believe it. They don't believe it at all. They believe they're gonna be here forever. They believe that their grandchildren gonna be here, not knowing that we're in the beginning of World War III. Knowing that gas prices gonna go up. Knowing that the dollar is gonna depreciate even more and more, which is doing every week. That inflation is gonna come. And of course then hyperinflation, and then a new monetary digital currency. Knowing all this stuff that is real is a part of. They're probably that people that go to school, people that criminals and thugs or whatever. That's part of their knowledge was simple economics. But screw all that. It's supposed to be the Lord doing all that, man. And I'm just saying that you should know what's gonna happen. Look at your worldly knowledge. Don't your worldly knowledge tell you that something unnatural is finna come about? It's gonna be Yahweh coming out of the skies, a child, and karate chop this whole planet. But Khan, that was a little lesson. Just going on just how crazy it is. It's crazy to them. Mostly, it's not crazy to us. It ain't be crazy to you at all. This is real. This has happened before times. Thus say the Lord. This is in the scriptures. It happen again and again and again. This is the last time it's gonna happen. He's finna pull us out of this place. A lot of people don't believe me, it is what it is. But we believe it. That's what matters. As having a walls of Jericho, we believe we did what the Lord said, and He did what He did what He promised. So come. But yeah, there's all those edified lesson, and with that, I say shalom.